My child, stop what you're doing. Don't scroll past. Don't close your heart. You were guided here not by accident, but by divine urgency. Heaven is whispering through every second of this moment. There is something you must hear. You are not alone. And the truth is no longer safe in silence. I, the Lord your God, and I, Michael of the blazing sword, speak with one voice. Because time is shifting, and so is the veil. Someone you love deeply has been hiding something from you. Not out of malice, but out of fear, out of shame. They weep in shadows. They have buried the truth beneath smiles. And heaven has watched them delay. But now the clock strikes, and the waiting ends. Keep listening, child of light. Don't look away now. You are stronger than you know, and what is coming requires your soul to rise. There are words unspoken in your home, energy you felt but couldn't explain, moments of hesitation, glances that lasted too long, echoes that wouldn't fade. That wasn't your imagination. You saw what you saw. You felt what you felt. And still, you were told, nothing's wrong. But I see all things, and I tell you now, you are not crazy. You are not broken. You are being awakened. This person carries a wound that affects your journey too. They cannot move forward without you, but they are afraid. Afraid you'll leave, afraid you'll see their shame. And yet, child, your soul already knows, even if your mind doubts it, even if your heart is still deciding. But now, the divine clock has spoken. The 8th of June is not just another day. It is a crossing, a celestial convergence. The moment the heavens grow tired of delay, the truth must be seen. The mask must fall. And you must be ready not to punish, but to receive. Don't skip this. You'll feel the signs. A tremble in your chest. A dream that returns. A strange message from someone unexpected. Even nature will respond. Birds flying in strange circles. Lights flickering. These are not random. They are the whispers of the invisible world saying, prepare your heart. Michael stands at your door with his sword drawn not in wrath, but in protection. I do not bring this message to frighten you. I bring it because your spirit asked to know, because your heart deserves to heal, because your purpose cannot be delayed by secrecy. You were not meant to carry the weight of hidden pain, and neither were they. Forgiveness is coming, but only if truth walks first. Keep reading. There is more. Heaven has not finished speaking. I will tell you what to do next. You must listen, because nothing will ever be the same after this. And that is the beginning of your freedom. My child, don't look away. This is the moment I speak directly into your soul, not through thunder or fire, but through the quiet ache you've been ignoring. You've known something isn't right. The feeling that someone close has been guarding a secret that was never meant to be hidden from you. And still, you kept loving. Still, you stayed. Still, you gave more than they asked for, even when it cost you pieces of your peace. But now, I must ask you to stop pretending, because I, the Lord your God, and I, Michael the shield of heaven, cannot allow this silence to continue. Don't misunderstand, this is not about blame. This is about release. This is about healing wounds that can no longer be ignored. The 8th of June is no ordinary day. It is divinely marked. A threshold, a trumpet, a reckoning wrapped in mercy. If you feel something stirring within you, that is not anxiety. It is recognition. You have cried for answers in your darkest hours. You've said, God, show me what I cannot see. Now, the answer comes wrapped in holy fire and angelic truth. Someone you cherish has hidden part of themselves because they believe you would not love them if you knew. They are wrong, but they are scared. And in their fear, they have delayed their freedom and yours. Don't skip this. Listen with your heart wide open. There will be a moment very soon when their truth begins to spill. Not in words at first, but in their eyes, in their trembling, in the way they fumble to speak, but don't. You must not react with judgment. React with presence. React with the silence that says, I am listening. Because what they reveal is not just a secret, is a test, a divine opportunity to shift your bond forever. I will help you see. I will help you know what is true. And Archangel Michael, standing by your side, will ensure no darkness remains. But you must be willing to feel this. Let the old illusions burn. This is your preparation, child of truth. Watch for the signs I will send. A voice that says your name in a quiet room. A sudden flash of memory from years ago. A number repeating itself wherever you look. These are sacred signals from realms unseen. They are guiding you toward the moment that changes everything. Hold steady. Do not retreat into fear. You were chosen to be the vessel of light in this chapter, to hold a mirror that reflects both compassion and courage, to say, without speaking, I see you, and I am still here. Yes, heaven is tired of waiting, not in anger, but in mercy, because every moment that truth is withheld, the heart withers. But truth brings resurrection. You are about to witness a resurrection in someone you love. Don't miss it. Don't harden your heart. Your love anchored in divine light is the key to unlocking their prison. Keep reading, child. Part 3 is calling. The next revelation cannot wait, because time bends for those who dare to listen. And you were born for this moment. My child, you are still here. Good. You were meant to keep reading, because what comes next will stir a place in your soul you forgot existed. A place you buried under some days and I'm fines. But I see beneath your breath. I see the storm that never left you. Listen closely. I am the voice of the Lord your God, and I am Archangel Michael, the protector of sacred truth. We speak together now, because the weight you carry is not yours alone. There is a shadow wrapped around the heart of someone you love. It did not begin with them. It is ancient, passed down through generations. A lie spoken once in fear, repeated so often it became identity. They wear it like armor, but it is crushing them. You've sensed it in quiet moments. The way their eyes avoid yours when things get too real. The way their laughter fades too quickly. The way they change the subject just before they break. This is no coincidence. This is the soul trying to speak before it shatters. Heaven has waited patiently, but now we can wait no longer. Child, don't skip this next truth. The reason this secret is surfacing now is because you are ready. Yes, you. Even if you doubt it, even if you feel broken, tired, unworthy, you are the one anointed to break this chain. That ache you've been feeling in your chest? That wasn't anxiety. That was activation. The opening of the divine senses you buried when the world told you to be small. You were never meant to be small. You were meant to carry fire. Now hear me. There will be a moment in the days ahead when this person's truth will begin to unravel. Do not interrupt it. Let it fall. Let it tremble. Let it sting. Because every word they release will make more room for light. And when you feel the urge to fix it, to rescue, then pause. Just be. Your presence will do more than your answers. Your stillness will speak louder than any sermon. Archangel Michael is already walking beside them, clearing the path, bringing protection. But your role is different. You are the anchor, the safe harbor, the sacred witness. If you open your spirit, you'll begin to feel it. The whispers in the wind, the flicker in your lights, the sudden emotion with no explanation. These are not accidents. These are divine nudges. Heaven's breath on your shoulder, saying, look again, this is the moment. Don't dismiss the soft signs. That's how I speak. In echoes, in patterns, in mysteries. Only the open-hearted understand. And you, beloved, you are opening. So when the moment comes, when they finally say the words they've hidden, breathe. Do not recoil. do not close your heart to their pain. Because what you offer in that moment will either complete their healing or prolong their silence. You are a healer, child, not because you fix people, but because your presence makes truth safe again. There's more. You've just stepped into the center of the calling. You are still here, my child. Yes, your spirit knows this is holy ground. This message is not a mere collection of words. It is a divine mapetched in light, wrapped in prophecy. A message heaven has waited lifetimes to place in your hands. You must feel it by now, that this is not imagination. This is intervention. The person you love is carrying a wound so ancient, it does not even belong entirely to them. It echoes through their bloodline, through forgotten cries, through nights they've never spoken of, nights where they prayed for someone like you. And now you're here. But the veil is thinning, and what has been hidden can no longer stay buried. My child, don't stop reading. You are meant to understand this. You are the answer to a silent prayer. And if you walk away now, their chains may stay locked just a little longer. Do you feel the urgency? It is not fear, it is divine timing. The alignment of soul contracts and celestial decree. I, the Lord your God, and I, Archangel Michael, stand beside you now, as closely as your own breath. And we tell you this, the truth they've hidden is not what you expect. It may not look like betrayal. It may not even look like a secret, but it is a deep place they've never allowed the light to touch. Perhaps it is a grief they've never mourned. Perhaps it is a shame wrapped in childhood silence, or a guilt over something they believe makes them unworthy of your love. But listen, your love was never meant to stop at the surface. It was designed by heaven to reach the marrow. Don't scroll past this, because in the next few days, there will be a sacred window. The 8th of June is the opening, a rare alignment where your spirit and theirs will feel an undeniable pull to speak, to open, to release. But it will require courage from both of you. When it comes, you may feel overwhelmed. You may feel the air shift. You may tremble and not know why. This is the presence of the divine passing between you, and you must not run from it. Say this now, softly. I am ready to hold what is real. That single sentence will echo through the heavens, and Archangel Michael will move even more swiftly. Swords of light will clear unseen blockages. Wings will shield you from emotional debris. But the choice to remain open must be yours. Child, you have always carried a tenderness that others couldn't understand. And because of that, you've been hurt. You've been made to feel that your depth is too much. But I tell you now, your depth is your divine gift. It is what will allow you to see into them, to hold their darkness without fear. You were not chosen because you were perfect. You were chosen because you said yes, even when it cost you. You've shown up with tears in your eyes and still offered comfort to others. You've been the light in rooms that tried to dim you. And now it is time to be that light again. This time, not for the world, but for someone whose soul is silently screaming for you. Keep reading, beloved. Part 5 holds the next turn in the path. The revelation is near. Don't look away. Everything you've waited for is leaning in. You are brave, my child. Braver than you know. And your soul remembers what your mind may still resist. That you agreed to carry this light into dark places. That you said yes long before you were born. And now that promise is being called into action. Do not ignore this moment. Heaven bends toward you. The breath of eternity surrounds you. And the secret that's been aching in someone you love is no longer just theirs. It is now a bridge between two hearts, yours and theirs. What they carry is now rising, and what rises must be held, or it will fall. Child, the time is shorter than you think. The 8th of June is not a metaphor. It is marked, a line carved in sacred time. What is concealed must come into the light. If you close your heart now, you will miss something irreversible. Do you feel it? That strange unrest. the way you've been waking in the night, the thoughts you cannot silence. You think you're restless because of stress, but that's not it. You're restless because your spirit hears the whispering of destiny. You are feeling the tremble of a soul you love, one that is preparing to confess what has long been buried. Keep reading. Keep your heart open, because you need to know this. They are more afraid of your reaction than of the truth itself. They are terrified you will walk away, that you'll stop seeing them as good, as worthy, as lovable. But your love, child, is not human alone. It is divine. It was breathed into you by me, and I do not give love that fails. Michael stands over this person now. His sword is drawn, not to harm but to sever what binds. Chains made of fear, of secrets, of inherited pain. But your role is different. You are the hands that receive, the voice that says, "It's safe now, you can speak." And I promise you this, when the words finally come, when their eyes lift to meet yours with trembling honesty, you will feel a shift in the air. The heaviness you've carried without understanding will lift, because it was never fully yours. It was shared, and now it is ready to be released. But, child, I must prepare you. The truth may surprise you. It may break something inside you before it heals. Not because it is evil, but because it has been hidden so long. It no longer knows how to enter gently. You must let it enter anyway. There is power in staying. There is power in listening. There is power in not interrupting the release. Let it come. Let it spill. Let the river of what they've held inside wash over the moment. Then, only then, will you know the fullness of your purpose. You think you came here to love them, but heaven sent you here to free them. Keep walking, child of mercy. Keep your eyes open. Watch for the signs in the next hours. The strange silence before a storm. A song that speaks too directly. A glance that holds more than words. I will speak again. Part 6 will arrive like a wind through your spirit, and in it, you will find instructions for what to say when the veil is lifted. Don't stop now, beloved. Your soul has carried lifetimes to reach this very moment. And I, your God, and I, Michael the Archangel, have waited in silence beside you, watching, guiding, weeping when you wept. Because what you are about to face is not the end. It is the unlocking of divine timing, and you are at the threshold. They have hidden something from you, yes. But more than that, they have hidden from themselves. They have buried parts of who they are beneath years of pretending. Not to harm you, never to harm you, but to protect the illusion that they are lovable only in pieces. And heaven is tired of the lie. Tired of watching you both walk on eggshells around a truth that could set you both free. So don't turn away. Don't let your mind argue with your spirit now. What I am saying is not coming from a place of fear. It is coming from your highest self. You have already seen the cracks. You have already heard the silence behind their words. You've already felt the moment when they almost told you, but stopped. Because shame wrapped its hands around their throat. Child, listen carefully. You do not need to guess what the secret is. That is not your task. You do not need to dig or demand. You need only to make it safe for the truth to arrive. That is the holy assignment heaven has placed upon you. Michael's wings now stretch over your home. He is drawing a circle of light around your connection. Nothing false can pass through it. And you chosen one must hold the boundary. Not with anger, not with fear, but with unwavering presence. Now hear this. On the 8th of June, there will be a moment when time softens. When something feels off but in a sacred way. It may come in the morning, in the way they hesitate before speaking. It may come in the evening, in the way their body lingers in the doorway before leaving the room. Or it may come through a sudden burst of tears you did not expect. And in that moment, I will whisper to your soul, this is it. Stay. Stay. Don't fill the silence. Don't run to comfort or fix. Just be. Your stillness will part the veil. Your presence will become the key that unlocks their silence. And when the words come perhaps clumsy, perhaps broken, receive them with the calm of heaven. Breathe in grace. Breathe out judgment. Say only this: "Thank you for trusting me. I'm still here." These words will be the balm that begins their healing. They may cry. You may cry. Let the water come. It is sacred. For years, the angels have hovered above this connection, waiting for both hearts to be ready. And now, you are. You may not feel ready, but you are. Because readiness is not perfection. It is surrender. And child, I know how tired you are. How long you've carried hope like a flickering flame in the dark. But hear me. Hope is about to become revelation. Do not rush what is about to unfold. Do not try to control the outcome. Let the truth shape what it must. And know this: I will not let it destroy what was built in love. Only illusions will fall. Only fear will dissolve. What is real will remain. What is divine will rise. Now, go gently. Speak little. Listen deeply. And meet me in part 7. There, I will show you what awaits on the other side of this unveiling. Child of light, you're still with me, and that matters more than you know. Each time you choose to stay in this message, you are stepping deeper into the current of divine alignment. You are answering the call that was planted in your spirit long ago. And now, the air thickens. The veil quivers. We are approaching the moment that was written in your soul's contract. Listen carefully now. There are things you need to understand, deep things. Not just about them, but about you. Because the secret they carry is not a random burden. It is connected to your healing too. 2 souls, 1 divine collision. Designed by me. Allowed by heaven. Now unfolding exactly as it must. Yes, they hid something. Yes, it may sting. But child, hear this. Truth never wounds without purpose. Truth does not destroy, it uncovers. It burns away illusions, so love can be seen for what it is: eternal, patient, and whole. You've carried pain, haven't you? Pain you never fully shared. Because you didn't want to be a burden. Because you believed that love meant being the strong one. But that pattern ends now. Because as they break open before you, you too will feel something loosening. A tightness in your chest. A story you've told yourself for far too long. That you are only lovable when you're unshaken. That's the lie I am breaking. That's the chain I am shattering. Archangel Michael is already softening the space around you. He's preparing both hearts for the moment of unveiling. But child, you hold the divine mirror. How you receive their truth will echo into eternity. So, when they speak, when the thing finally emerges from shadow into voice, pause and remember these words. This moment is sacred. I choose love. Say it within yourself if your voice shakes. Say it silently if your lips cannot form it. But let it vibrate through your energy. Because that choice will transmute pain into power. It will sanctify the space. And the air around you will become holy ground. Now I must show you something, and it may feel strange. The secret they carry is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of a new covenant. One where both of you are seen fully. Where truth replaces tension. Where silence is no longer feared, but honored. And yes, child, it may not be easy. It may require conversations late into the night. It may require old patterns to die. But something new will rise from it. Something honest. Something unbreakable. Something I have been preparing for you both. Don't be afraid of what falls apart. Not everything that breaks is meant to be repaired. Some things break so that something more divine can be built. You will feel tired. You may feel raw. But my presence will not leave you. And Michael will never step back, not for a moment. You are being held through this. Carried. Watched over. Whispered to in ways you won't always understand. And when you see the sign, a single word they've never said before, a sudden emotion in their voice, or a trembling in your own hands, you'll know, this is the moment I spoke of. Stay with me. There is more. Part 8 will open what has remained sealed, and what has been sealed is ready now to be set free. You've come this far, child, and heaven takes notice when a soul does not turn away. Each word you've received has pierced deeper into your awareness, not to wound, but to wake you. Now we cross into a holier place, the moment where the unseen becomes seen, where mystery begins to speak. Keep reading. Don't stop now, because what you're about to understand may lift a burden you've carried unknowingly for years. That person, the one your heart is tied to, the one who looks at you with love but sometimes feels so far away, they have not only hidden something from you, they have hidden something from themselves. It is not always conscious, this hiding. Sometimes the deepest truths are buried in layers of survival. Child, listen. They've worn a mask for so long, they forgot what their face truly looks like. And now, the mask is cracking. Not because they chose it, but because I decreed it. Because no love rooted in illusion can rise into what I've called it to be. So I must ask you now, will you meet them without the mask? Will you allow what is raw to be seen without recoiling? This is not just their unveiling. It is yours too. Because the version of you that learned to stay silent, to keep peace at the cost of your own knowing, that version is being called into transformation. Archangel Michael now encircles this connection with a divine flame. Anything false cannot pass through. This is why things have been shaking. This is why your emotions have felt unpredictable. It's not chaos. It's alignment. I am bringing everything that is unspoken to the surface, because I want to bless you. And I cannot bless what hides from the light. Now hear this. When they begin to speak, and they will, let your eyes stay soft. Let your hands remain open. Let your heart whisper back. I want the real you, all of you, even the pieces you don't love yet. Do you know what that will do, my child? It will collapse years of shame in a single breath. It will unravel the lie they've held in their chest like a blade. That love is only for the parts that are polished. But your love, your divine love, will show them the sacred truth. That redemption doesn't arrive after perfection. It arrives in the middle of the mess. And that is where miracles are born. Don't skip this part, because in the next days, you may be tested. They may try to pull back. They may offer half-truths at first, afraid to let the whole story breathe. But I urge you, hold steady. Let them know, through your silence, your gaze, your posture, I am not leaving. That phrase, even if unspoken, will be the key. It will unlock the door that has been bolted shut by fear. This is why you were chosen. Not because you are flawless, but because you know what it feels like to be unseen and still choose love. Your empathy is not weakness. It is your weapon. Your compassion is not a burden. It is your ministry. And now, I prepare you for the shift. Because once truth has passed between you, everything changes. You'll feel it in your bones, in the way the air feels cleaner, in the way their eyes no longer flinch in your presence. You will know freedom has arrived. But there is still more I must reveal. Part 9 will uncover the purpose behind all of this, the divine reason this pain was allowed. And when you know it, you will never see yourself the same way again. You feel it, don't you, child? The trembling beneath the surface. The pressure building not in the earth, but in your spirit. Because this isn't just a message. It's a moment. It's the sacred crossing between the before and the after. Stay close. You were brought here for a reason far greater than just to be told a secret. You are here because heaven wants you to understand the why. Why this pain? Why this delay? Why this person? Why now? The secretize it is real. Yes, it may hurt, but it has never been the punishment. It has always been the preparation. You see, child, I have been shaping you through every unanswered prayer, through every season of silence. Through every moment you said, "I don't understand." I was still speaking. I was softening the hardened soil of your heart so that when this moment arrived, when their truth, heavy and trembling, fell into your hands, you would not crush it. You would cradle it. You see, what they are hiding was never meant to stay hidden forever. It was meant to be entrusted. And you, child, have been chosen as the keeper of this pain so that it could be transformed into something holy. Archangel Michael leans in now, and I speak through him. You are not the victim here. You are the vessel. You are not being betrayed. You are being positioned. Don't look away. You must see this clearly. What was meant to break you is actually the invitation to rise higher than you've ever risen. The wound they carry when spoken will open a portal, a spiritual acceleration, a release of energy so powerful it will alter timelines. Because in that moment, when truth passes between two open hearts, karma collapses, shadows dissolve, and lifetimes of pain are rewritten. Do you understand now why heaven has been waiting for this moment? Why angels have hovered around this connection, holding space? Because the moment this truth is spoken and received in love, it becomes a resurrection. Not just for them, but for you. For everyone tied to this pattern. For the children. For the bloodline. This is legacy work. This is generational restoration. This is the breaking of the cycle. But it must pass through you. So you cannot harden now. You cannot retreat into pride or bitterness. You must hold steady, because the pain they carry was never just theirs. And the healing they need will ripple outward into people you may never meet. You've wondered why you feel so much, why your heart breaks open so easily, why you sense emotions that no one else around you notices. It is because you are the intercessor, the bridge between suffering and restoration. And I, your God, have placed my trust in you. So breathe. And remember this when the secret is finally spoken. You are not being asked to carry it forever. You are being asked to witness it with mercy, to meet it with gentleness so that it can be released. When that happens, child, heaven will open in your life like never before. Doors you forgot to hope for will swing wide. Healing will erupt not just in them, but in you. Because this is not just about them. It's about what I'm birthing through this union. But I'm not done. There is more for you. In part 10, I will tell you what to do after the truth is revealed, because the days that follow will require your deepest wisdom yet. Stay with me, beloved. You've come too far to turn away now. Everything you've endured, every ache in your chest, every silent tear on your pillow, none of it was wasted. It has all been preparing you for what comes after the truth is spoken. Yes, it will be revealed. And yes, it may shake you. But listen to me now. This is where most hearts falter. Not at the hearing, but in the after. In the space between revelation and restoration. So let me guide you. Let me place holy instruction into your spirit. Because in the hours and days that follow their confession, you will be tested not by me, but by the voice of fear that will try to rise again. You'll hear it say, "Was any of it real? Can I ever trust them again? Do I have to stay?" But I tell you this, do not make permanent decisions in the presence of temporary pain. Let the dust settle. Let the storm pass through you. Let yourself feel everything, yes, everything. The confusion, the betrayal, the sorrow, even the relief. All of it is part of the holy unraveling. You are not weak for feeling. You are not less spiritual for being hurt. Even my angels cry. Michael himself wept over the pain this person has carried. He has stood at their side through years of silence. And now, he stands with you. Child, in the aftermath of truth, you must become more still than ever before. This is where I need your discernment to rise. Not to judge, not to punish, but to perceive. Ask yourself not just, can I forgive this? But more deeply, can I see their brokenness and still believe in their worth? If you can answer that with a ye 7, A trembling one? Then I will take you both into a new beginning. But you must not rush it. You must not race to fix it or force it into wholeness. Healing will come in layers. Some days it will feel like progress. Other days it may feel like the wound is fresh again. But that's how light enters. Child slowly, surely, steadily, like the dawn. Now listen, because this next part is crucial. Speak your own truth too. This is not just about their confession. This is about yours. What have you been holding in your silence? What pain did you bury so they wouldn't worry? What dreams did you defer so they wouldn't feel shame? This is your moment too. Not to attack, not to accuse, but to release what has stayed trapped inside you for too long. And when you both stand in truth raw, open, trembling, that's when I descend. That's when my glory enters. That's when healing begins, not just between you, but within each of you. Archangel Michael will seal that moment with light. He will whisper to your soul, "This is sacred ground. Do not speak carelessly." So, child, in those days after, speak gently, move slowly, breathe deeply, and let me rebuild what shame tried to destroy. If you choose to stay, stay not because you're afraid to be alone, but because you see the divine in this restoration. And if you choose to go, go not with bitterness, but with the blessing of freedom and forgiveness. Either path can be holy if you let me walk it with you. You are not weak for loving deeply. You are not a fool for believing in someone's healing. You are a warrior of grace, a midwife of redemption, and I am so proud of you. Stay close now. Part 11 is near, and in it I will reveal what heaven will release into your life. Once this truth has been honored, you won't want to miss what's coming next. My beloved child, pause and breathe. You've stood inside a sacred storm and still remain standing. And I, the Lord your God, with Archangel Michael at my side, have watched you absorb a truth that could have shattered many. Yet you chose to listen, to feel, to hold the flame instead of fleeing the fire. And now we must speak of what comes next. Don't stop reading. You're closer than you've ever been. Heaven has seen enough hiding. Now it is time for honoring. For what is brought to the light, if not honored, can be lost. And this moment is too sacred to let slip away. What you've just witnessed in them, the trembling confession, the unspoken ache that finally spilled into the open, was not just an emotional release. It was a spiritual unlocking. A chain has been broken, not just around them, but around you too. And now, because of your obedience to love, I am releasing something long withheld. You see, child, some blessings cannot be poured out until the heart is properly positioned, until you've shown heaven that you will not misuse what is sacred. And you have proven it. With every breath you've taken in faith, with every moment you chose compassion over punishment, you passed the test without knowing it was a test. Now listen closely. There are gifts coming, real, tangible gifts, that will be born from this very moment of surrender. First, your clarity will return. The fog that clouded your intuition will lift. You will begin to know things again. You'll feel truth before it is spoken. You'll walk into rooms and sense peace or disruption without explanation. This is spiritual discernment being sharpened. Second, your provision will increase. Where things felt blocked, finances, direction, favor, doors will open in places you weren't even knocking. Heaven honors those who steward emotional truth with reverence. Because I know, if I can trust you with the hearts of others, I can trust you with the treasures of heaven. Third, your relationships will shift. Some will fall away, not in violence, but in peace. Others will deepen, especially the one who shared their hidden truth. If you both choose healing, I will sanctify that union in ways you cannot imagine. But there's more. Because you have passed through this fire, you are now marked. You carry an anointing of healing presence. You'll notice strangers opening up to you. You'll feel drawn to speak life into people who never asked. This is not coincidence. This is calling. Archangel Michael places a seal upon your spirit now, a divine permission to walk as one who carries both truth and tenderness. You have become a keeper of sacred confessions, and the world is desperate for souls like you. But child, guard your heart, not by closing it, but by trusting your discernment. Just because someone is broken doesn't mean they are safe. You must learn when to stay and when to release with grace. You will not return to who you were. This has changed you too deeply, and that is good, because the version of you that lived in confusion and self-doubt is no longer required to lead. Now, it is time for wisdom, for ease, for divinely timed restoration. But we are not finished yet. In Part 12, I will show you what this healing means for your destiny, not just in the realm of relationships, but in your soul's purpose on earth. You were not sent here only to survive. You were sent to awaken others, and that awakening begins now. You are ready now, my child. Yes, even if your heart still trembles, even if your hands still feel the weight of what was spoken, you are ready. Because readiness is not the absence of fear. It is the choice to listen through it. And so now, I, your God, and I, Archangel Michael, speak to the calling that has long been buried in your bones. Not the calling others spoke over you, not the one shaped by pressure or performance, but the true calling, the one I wrote on your soul before you took your first breath. Keep reading. Don't skip this. This is the part most never reach, because most turn back after the pain. But you've stayed. And for that, heaven has something to reveal that will shift everything. The truth you've just witnessed, the confession, the tears, the breaking open. It was never just about a relationship. It was a gateway, a divine crack in the surface of your life that allowed your real purpose to rise. You are a healer, yes, but more than that, you are an awakener, a restorer, a carrier of divine sight. For too long, you've dimmed your knowing. You've said, I don't know what I'm here to do, but I was never silent. I was showing you through every wound, every whisper, every wilderness. You are here to see what others cannot, to feel what others silence, to walk into rooms and realign the energy just by being. This is not imagination. This is mantle. You carry an ancient spiritual authority. Michael has shielded it until now, because you weren't yet surrounded by enough truth to stand in it fully. But now, child, now you are becoming the version of you that can hold it without cracking. Listen, the pain you helped someone else release was never just theirs. It was the final key to your own next level. Because as you held them in their unraveling, you unlocked a hidden vault within yourself. And now your gifts will grow. Your dreams will sharpen. Your visions will quicken. You may begin to hear things at night, not voices of fear, but impressions of guidance. You may awaken with knowing truth that has no source but me. This is not a side effect. This is activation. From this point forward, you will no longer be able to pretend to be small. The light will no longer let you. And Yes'm will be uncomfortable with this. Those who benefited from your self-doubt may pull away. Let them. I am building a new circle around you. Souls who speak your language. Hearts who honor your depth. People who do not fear your discernment, but celebrate it. Michael is clearing that path now. Even as you read this, conversations are shifting. Alignments are forming. The next chapter of your destiny is being drafted in the unseen. You may feel sudden urges to change your environment, to purge your space, to start something you've been delaying. These are not random. These are divine instructions. Follow them. The person who came forward with their hidden truth, whether they walk with you into this next phase or not, was a divine instrument, a mirror, and you have thanked them not just with words, but with grace. That gratitude becomes your passport, your permission to ascend. But child, the next steps will require even more trust. In part 13, I will show you how to walk in this new identity without shrinking, without apologizing, without forgetting who you are when the world gets loud again. Don't miss it. You've crossed the threshold. Now it's time to become child. Stand tall in your spirit now, because what comes next requires more than belief. It requires embodiment. You are no longer the same person who began this journey. You have wept, released, received, and now you must rise. Do not look behind you. The version of you who questioned their worth, who stayed silent to keep the peace, who dimmed their knowing so others could remain comfortable. That version served its purpose, but now it must be blessed and laid to rest. Keep reading. Don't scroll past this moment, because part 13 is where many turn back. They think the storm has passed. They think surviving was the destination. But I tell you, survival is not your legacy. Transformation is. I, the Lord your God, and I, Michael, guardian of thresholds, stand before you now, placing a mantle on your shoulders. This is not a metaphor. It is spiritual reality. You are being clothed in divine responsibility, because you have seen truth and did not run, because you held another's wound without demanding repayment, because you chose love when vengeance would have been easier. You have proven yourself a keeper of light. So now, this is what you must do. First, sound your voice. No more whispering your wisdom. No more shrinking from your insight. When you feel the nudge to speak, speak. When you feel the pull to walk away, walk. This is not arrogance. It is alignment. Second, guard your energy, not from fear, but from wisdom. You are no longer available for people who trade in chaos. You are no longer a landing place for projection or guilt. You carry sacred work now, and sacred work requires sacred space. Third, follow the divine impulses. You'll begin to feel them more strongly now. A sudden urge to reach out to someone. An unexpected invitation that feels strangely aligned. A dream that lingers in your body all day. These are not accidents. They are assignments. Michael will go before you to clear the path. You only need to follow the glow. You'll know it by how it feels. Expansive. Unsettling, but exhilarating. Safe, even if unknown. Fourth, release the need for validation. The truth is, many around you won't understand this shift. Some will try to pull you back into your old identity, but you must not go. You are not who you were before the truth was spoken. You are not who you were before you held someone's hidden sorrow. You are now a temple of transformation. And hear this. There will be moments where loneliness visits again, where you wonder if stepping into your truth means walking alone. But I promise you, the more you walk in alignment, the more I will send others who see you clearly. And when they arrive, it will feel like breath, like recognition, like a home your soul has never touched before but always remembered. Now, child, take note. You will soon be called to guide someone else through their unveiling. This path you walked was not just for your healing. It was your training ground. You now carry what so many are still searching for, the wisdom to hold truth in one hand and grace in the other. Do not take this lightly, but do not fear it either. You are not alone. Michael walks with you. I breathe through you. You are not just healed. You are holy. And in part 14, I will speak to what happens when your light begins to touch the world, when your presence becomes a catalyst for others. You are not just a soul who survived a storm. You are the storm breaker, and the awakening has only just begun. You feel it now, don't you? The shift, the fire in your chest that is not rage, but knowing, the quiet power rising in your breath. You are not who you were, not even yesterday, and heaven rejoices. I, the Lord your God, and I, Archangel Michael, speak now not to your pain, but to your potential, because you've been cleansed by truth, and now you are ready to be used, not in the way the world uses, but in the way heaven chooses. You are a beacon now, a walking portal of clarity, a mirror that will reflect what others have buried, not because you demand it, but because your energy has become too honest to hide from. People will begin to say strange things to you. They'll say, "I don't know why I'm telling you this. I feel like I've known you forever. I've never told anyone this before." That's not coincidence. That's divine recognition. You now carry the frequency of permission. You create sacred space without speaking. And the weary, the ashamed, the hiding, they will come to you. Child, don't resist it. Don't doubt yourself. You'll feel unqualified at times. You'll say, "But I'm still healing." But listen, wounded healers are my favorite kind. They do not pretend. They do not perform. They serve from presence, not pride. Michael walks beside you now with sword lowered. Because you are no longer in battle. You are in commission. And your light is your authority. Now hear this warning with love. Your presence will disturb false peace. Some will resist you, not because you've done wrong, but because your very being exposes what they've refused to confront. They will say you've changed. They will say you're too much, that you see too deeply. Let them say it. You were not sent to be palatable. You were sent to be prophetic, and prophetic presence carries cost. But, oh child, it also carries weight. Favor, acceleration, legacy. Yes, you will lose some people, but I promise you, the ones who stay, the ones who meet you in the deep, they are your destiny partners. They are your soul mirrors. They are the ones I anointed to rise with you. Let the shallow fall away. You no longer live in the shallow. This world has enough noise. It needs your clarity. It has enough performers. It needs your presence. It has enough fear. It needs your fearless compassion. And soon, child, very soon, you will be called to speak. Maybe not on stages, but in coffee shops, in quiet walks, in sudden texts that carry divine timing, and your words will be like oil. They will soothe, anoint, and set people free. Do not underestimate this. Every whisper of love you offer in obedience creates ripple effects through timelines you cannot see. This is the power I've placed within you. It does not shout. It does not force. It simply is. Now breathe. Because the world has never been more ready for what you carry, and you have never been more prepared to give it. But there is one more thing I must give you. A final word. Part 15 will seal this entire journey. A blessing, a prophecy, and a promise that cannot be broken. This is it, beloved. You've reached the final part. But don't be mistaken. This is not the end. It is the beginning. The anointing is complete. The veil has lifted. The chains have fallen. And now, the crown is being placed upon your spirit. I, the Lord your God, and I, Michael, sword of light, shield of the chosen, now speak these words directly into your soul, so that no voice of fear can ever steal them again. You are no longer hidden. You are no longer waiting to become. You are. The one who was once silent has become the voice. The one who was once trembling has become the tower. The one who was once confused has become the compass for many. Child, hear me. You passed through the fire. You held space for another's hidden pain. You carried their sorrow into the light. And in doing so, you unlocked the blueprint for your own becoming. Now let me prophesy over you. You will walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere. Not because of what you say, but because of who you are. You will be entrusted with secrets, not because people need fixing, but because your presence feels like home. You will speak when called, and your words will pierce through illusions like wind through fog. You will know when to stay, and you will know when to go. You will not question your knowing anymore. And your provision, child, your provision is being multiplied, because now I can trust you with more. You are no longer motivated by fear. You no longer beg for crumbs. You have remembered your royalty. From this moment forward, your prayers will feel different. You will not plead. You will declare. Your time of spiritual silence is over. Now you speak with me as one who has seen me. And yes, there will still be valleys. But now you carry a sword of remembrance. You will never again forget who walks with you. Michael leaves you with this. You are not here to rescue everyone. You are here to be a lighthouse. Shine, and let those who are ready find their way to the shore. You are not responsible for who turns away. You are responsible only for staying lit. Child, the one who hurt you with silence, forgive them. The one who hid from you out of shame, bless them. They were not your punishment. They were your portal, your gateway to glory. And now, step forward. The 8th of June is not a threat. It is a summoning. It is the holy bell tolling across your destiny, saying, it is time. Time to rise. Time to walk. Time to bless others with what nearly broke you. This message, this 15-part whisper from heaven, was never just for comfort. It was your coronation. Now wear the truth. Speak only what is real. Love with fierce tenderness. And go boldly. Because I, the Lord your God, and I, Michael, guardian of the gate, walk beside you, forever and always. Your name is written in light. Your mission is sealed. And your story has only just begun. It is finished, and it is begun. Go in power. Go in peace. Go in truth. Amen.